We live. We live. What's up, family? Oh, what's going on? It's early morning, and it's one of my older brothers told me. He said, "Hey, man, I gotta go. It's 4:30 a.m. Comes real fast." I understand, brother. I understand. Because the show did sneak up on me, but I am here. So, I want to first off welcome everybody to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I see my Aunt Loretta out there. I see Sister Navita out there. There's somebody else out there. I don't want to say no name because I don't want to say the wrong name because, we got some toasters. I want to make sure I can send out the proper shots when I'm supposed to. This is the Heart of December. TGIN. Thank God it's near. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Great near to you. This is the Heart of December production. Of course, this is the Daily Toast. We strive to blow up those old paradigms. Man, right here, family. This is my to-do list. So you see my organizational skills. You know what I'm saying? I got to go on and decipher this and accomplish this so that we can have a great May 19th. We are moving rapidly towards the Malcolm X Festival, and I want to thank everybody that's involved. Shouts out to Sister Navita, shouts out to Brother Kwame, shouts out to Sister Jill, shouts out to Brother Renee, shouts out to Brother Taiwan. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we are building, family, and so on that note, what we got to do, get your glasses before I start my running, because I got some stuff to cover. Great near to your brother Kwame. Get your glass if you ain't already got it. Here we go.
Mr. Daddy.
Drink your water. Come on. Drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Thank God it's near. Lift your glasses up. Get up and move your body. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Oh. Drink, 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 drink. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. There we go. Take your breath and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. y'all for coming out early in the morning. Man, oh man. Family. Let me tell you. Lift your glass and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Lift your glass. Drink. Man, let me tell you. So, yesterday, well, first off, you know I did the show late. And since I did the show late, that threw everything off an hour. So I was 45 minutes late doing the show. You know what I'm saying? We had a meeting. Then there was also a family night at the school, right? Then also was something else we had to take care of. And like I said, Gye-Nyame in action. The principles were in action. You know what I'm saying? And I had to step back and be like, dang, why are we telling people to take pictures of the principles or things that's happening? There was no way that I could do it because it was happening all around me. I'm like, man, you know, I'm blessed. So, I got home, we did the show, and I started going through my timeline on Facebook, you know, because I'm tired. So then I went to bed. Woke up this morning, alarm go off. Like I'm thinking, like, man, maybe it's an early alarm or something. I'm like, man, I'm tired. I don't feel like getting up. Then I looked at a picture that one of my daughters posted up, and it had her daughter and my daughters sitting in front of a conference phone in front of a big wood table. And I said, now I got to get up and grind harder. You know what I'm saying? Now, because that's a reality that I want to make happen for my children. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it's about legacy, it's about bloodline, it's about us laying foundation. You know what I'm saying? And this what was incredible to me is not only did I see Gye-Nyame, I saw Nia yesterday. Because I have been moving in my purpose, right? Some of the resources that I have developed are moving across generations right now. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, sometimes I kind of get down on myself because economically, I'm not where, well, let's do it like this. Economically, because last night in one of the Proverbs revealed to me, right, that I'm looking at myself from somebody else's visions. Economically, I'm not where I would like to be or where I should be. But that social capital, you know what I'm saying? That socially, and because I've been operating on purpose, I'm able to help a whole lot of people, and it's incredible. It's incredible. It's an incredible feeling. But I want to share something with y'all. Elder Greg Arnold sent me a post. Well, he tied a lot of us into it, but I want to make sure we go through it. I don't know what's going on. I gotta know what's going on with this computer. All right. So in Cleveland, you know, we got family in Cleveland. In Cleveland, we have in Ropey. This is Brother Paul Hill. There's a nice little YouTube post that I wanted just to read as he talk about rites of passage. He was one of the first, him and Dr. Kelsey, you know what I'm saying, were a big part in the development of this whole Afrocentric rites of passage piece. And Paul Hill's been in the game for a long time, so I want to kind of read some of the stuff that was posted up. It says, what is rites of passage and how has it been practiced by the National Rites of Passage Institute? Interview with Paul Hill Jr., the Premise of rites of passage, Hill says, is the process of regenerating community. We want to operate from a holistic perspective. All parts of the system have to function well, he stressed. Hill believes too often youth experience developmental conflicts because of unhealthy environment and lack of responsible adults. During each season of life, childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and the stage of an elder, one has to ask the question, who am I? Hill said the response to the question at each season of life determines the journey. Too many adults have progressed beyond adolescence. My fault, too many adults have not progressed beyond adolescence. The emphasis today is placed on staying young and not growing old. It is important to remember you can only carry someone as far as you can be carried. Hill emphasizes that rites of passage is a continuous, ongoing process. Rites of passage, as practiced by the National Rites of Passage Institute, is a proactive and developmental strategy. It is a standalone imperative and strategy for the regeneration of community. It provides an Africanization and cultural antihistamine process and function. Rites of passage is a process and not a color of the day program for perennial issues, problems. Color of the day driven policies, programs are short-lived. Rites of passage equips and provides participants with a sense of identity, a sense of history, and a sense of struggle so that they won't experience an identity crisis and or be confused when exposed to toxic situations and contemporary struggles. Rites of passage provides one with a context for interpretation of reality and a way of life relative to victories and struggles of the past, Sankofa, and frame of reference for problem solving and decision making and decisions made in the best interest of the self and the community. Me is inseparable from we. Then they got a video here. It's pretty good, man. Pretty good. I just wanted to share that. It says on here, excerpts from TED Talk YouTube channel on January 31st, 2011. Paul Hill Jr. stepped aside after 30 years as, I think he retired in 2011. But, Paul Hill was up there in Cleveland doing the damn thing for a very long time. As a matter of fact, we often get a product of his program on the show. Brother Shaka went through Paul Hill's program up there in Cleveland. We was down here in Columbus, grinding it out in Arrowpoop. It wasn't Gye-Nyame, it was Underground Railroad. Actually we had the Rights Pass Collective here in Columbus, and in a sense, Tawi is an extension of that. And the piece is that I'm constantly trying to stress to people how important rites of passage is. And I really like the fact that he used the term color of the day, because this is what people try to do with our culture, right? Something culturally inappropriate. They try to put it into a little box, say, we're going to solve a certain issue. When rites of passage is a life-building initiative, not a problem-solving initiative. It's a life-building initiative, and it's something that you really have to invest in. It's something that you have to practice. It's something that you have to believe. It's something that will change your life. Because, you know what I'm saying, once you surrender to the process and you start seeing, wow, this is a long and tedious journey. And the stuff that you get from it. Like, I got to see a picture of my daughters sitting with my granddaughter. I got to see problem solved. You know what I'm saying? All of this is the result. You know what I'm saying? Where the very job that I am, well, I don't even call it a job. I don't even have to, you know what I'm saying? The very adventure that I embark on every morning, right, has been provided for me because I have been and still am involved in a rites of passage process. So family, I mean, the only piece I'm trying to stress this morning is that, dude, once you start operating on purpose, on Nia, in your Nia, right, all types of doors open up for you. So now we're about to do this toast. I'm about to drink this water. Got to get Gina up so she can finish her homework. Long story. But man, all right. So what we gonna drink? What we sipping on today? All right. Did that one yesterday. Here's another dry example. Whoa. Love it, man. Love it. All right, so now this is another one that I did. I didn't put any raisins in this one, but this one is a majority green tea, right? Just a little dry. Just a little. We're going to take a little, because I got some brewing down the basement. And, man, listen. Just when I be thinking that my elders be like, you know what I'm saying, oh, they can't keep up. You know what I'm saying? Elder Ori Pianki came and got his order for ginseng, right? Oh, how? I missed the questions, Miss CeeLo. Just let me know and I'll see if I can answer how. And Elder Pianki when he spoke to me, he told me what he wanted. So I went and I brewed it, right? You know, and he came over to the school, and you know, because he mentioned in his text, you know, I ordered. You know what I'm saying? Is the order ready? And I said, yeah, your order ready. He said, no, but the other elders ordered. I'm like, well, I'm going back on the text, and I don't see no elder. I don't see no order, elder. He said, man, I filled out the form. I said, the form? He said, yeah, I filled out the form. I text hashtag that ambrosia. Wait, I text hashtag that ambrosia, and it sent me a form, and I got on the form, and I ordered. I said, get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, hey, we got, you know, I mean, like I said, hey, I said, yo, I apologize. I didn't, nobody ever used the form before. You know what I'm saying? He got technical on me. I'm like, oh my God. All right, so hey, we growing as a family. But Miss CeeLo asks how, and I wanted well, y'all know, in between the toast, I'm gonna talk anyway. So now last night's Proverbs, just to refresh y'all. Doing easily what others find difficult is talent. Doing what is impossible for talent is genius. That's Henry Frederick Emil Paramahansa Yogananda. The season of failure is the best time for sowing seeds of success. And then last, gossip is like a disease. Once you have caught it, it is hard to get rid of. East Africa. All right. So, let me get the stars of the show out. Today is Nia. The demonic principle today is balance. See, because y'all should know what Nia is. So we got to start progressing here, right? The demonic principle today is balance. The color is yellow. The hermetic law of the day is rhythm. For males born on this day, the name is Kofi. For females, is Afua. Good morning, Afua. How you doing? Huh? All right. So, from the African Center Culture, Virtue, and Value System, pulled from the Emotional Emancipation Circles. As a matter of fact, during the Malcolm X Festival, there will be EEC, or Emotional Emancipation Circle class there. So for those that's interested in getting involved in that, you'll be able to at least get the experience of at least one of the sessions. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's a powerful session because, family, we have emotional issues. You know what I'm saying? Males and females, we have emotional issues that we need to really learn to work through. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our relationships are falling apart because of emotions that we can't express, that we don't know how to express, because of feelings that are flowing through us that we don't know why. You know what I'm saying? And well, I'm going to speak for me. I have emotional issues. I can't speak for everybody. So I apologize. So, you know what I'm saying? There's so me personally, one of the reasons that I like this emotional emancipation circle is because in many cases we're being held hostage by our emotions because I don't know the words for a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And another piece that we were able to bring here that we're going to bring back is Brother Wakesa and his training. Because because it's like for a long time we were taught that emotions are negative, and we have to understand that, you know, emotions is like the fuel that helps us move, and we just have to understand the language. We have to go on and become masters of the language again, so that we could use that emotive energy to move in the direction that we need to move in. You know what I'm saying? Learn to be able to listen to them and learn to be able to express really what we are feeling. Because if you really look at some of the communications, right? A lot of us, sometime when I'm talking to people, I'm confused about what I'm feeling. So the only emotion that I know that I have been trained in how to operate in is anger. So anger is, in a sense, my what is that setting on your computer that you put it on so that regardless, I just seen the word last night. You have certain settings that your computer automatically goes to. I can't think of the term that they use for that. Default. My default setting was anger. Right? So I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what I'm feeling. So in all of that not understanding, my default setting was anger. Some of our default setting is sadness. Some of our default setting is mad. Right? So it's like, you know, we got these default settings that we really need to learn how to interpret. And I think part of the journey of Rites of Passage, part of the mission of Rites of Passage, need to help us get some emotional clarity. You know what I'm saying? Because it is liberating. Emotional emancipation circles, right? Things like emotional emancipation circles in our cities. So today in Wolof, the term is Mandu, being appreciative of what you have, not envious of others. Akan ethics, justice. Traditional Yoruba, attributes of good character. Titu, endurance. Alright, so we know what moment we are in. We are in that Nia moment. And today we're going to activate those reticular formations and get the building. Alright, family, y'all ready? Let's kick it. We call on the Creator by whatever name you choose to call the Creator. We call it great power. Even though we already know it's here, we just We're just becoming conscious. We're waking ourselves up so that we can start seeing it around us and being able to appreciate the power. And we say Ashe to the first ancestor. From there, we move to the stars of the show, and without any further ado, Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robin and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, George and William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gatson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fee, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Elvira Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman, L. Noma X, Pet Mind, Rob Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carl L. Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luxor brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Randerman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Cheryl Well, Evita Farmer, Agosa Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Joseph, Morris M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, May Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson, Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, let me see, get back. Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, and Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Marie Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Delma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frankie Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bennett Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy, May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Wiki Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Dono, Ellis Murphy. Brother Renee salutes Joe Davis. Sister Jill and Brother Allende salutes Timothy Butler, Amatu Nar M. Noor Ibrahim salutes John Dewey and Ruth Beard. Brother Nubis salutes Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, and Rosemary Charles. I want to add, he added that to his list because he already got people on that list. Sister Tiandre added Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr. Brother Deshaun Sensenball salutes Jennifer Sensenball's mother. I added Hazel Gasson, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., and Kaniko Parsons. Sister Aisha salutes Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown. Miss Ford salutes Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth and Paul Cox, Ronald Irving, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson. Dr. D salutes Dan Wilkinson Sr. Sister Jackie salutes Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, and Amina Robinson, Patricia Williams and Shabaka Toure were all added to the community list. And the person that took care of that was Brother Kwame. Sister Madonna salutes Donna Hill and Richard Gleavis. Sister Cynthia salutes Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead. Sister CeeLo salutes Archie Beck and Anna McGill. CeeLo, you got how up. You need to go and let me know how what, so I can help you out. Brother Santana salutes Aunt Becca. Elder Greg Arnold salutes Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, and Charles Reed. Sister Shelley I salutes Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Halsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, and Mother Gibson. Brother Quabana Anton Nixon, also known as I Can, out of Milwaukee, salutes Alex Nixon. Elder Bowie salutes John Bowie. Elder Shedrick salutes Lester and Rachel Sanders. Sister Janelle salutes Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, and Leroy Stokes. Elder Ori Pianki salutes Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie, and Charlie Scott. Charles Stevenson salutes Vivian Stevenson. Cassandra Holloway salutes Mona Ann. Elder Phyllis salutes Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston. Sister Enya salutes Margaret Towns and Mary Williams. Sister Heather salutes Leroy Q. Heath, Sr. Batar Capshore Moore salutes Albert Moore. Sister Yeye Motley salutes Miss Vanilla, Albus Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, and Erlington Houston. So we lift up our glass and we salute all those ancestors and we say, Ashe. From their family, man, oh man, we move on to the present moment. We salute this moment. We activate those reticular formations so that in this moment we could find our Nia. Or we could find Nia being operated upon within our community, right? So we lift up that glass and we say, Ashe. From their family, we move to the future. The future. Our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Remember that we are generational people, so we got business to handle, family, because if we don't handle it in this lifetime, we're going to have to come back and struggle with it in the next. So let's get our hustle on. The hustle builds muscle. You know what I'm saying? So let's start building that muscle. All right, so now, from there, we salute all of our relations. From there, we move on, and I salute you. I lift up my glass to you, and I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. So I want y'all to understand, every time we toast, and we end the toast and we say 100 years, you know what I'm saying? We extend our legacy. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going over the same 100 years every time we extend our legacies, right? First off, we toast on into infinity, but I'm adding 100 years every time we do it. So every time you hear me say, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years, right? We're adding 100 years to our legacy. I want you to understand that, right? So we do shit on purpose here, fam. You know what I'm saying? So just in the time that you have been with me, right? Some of y'all that added 500 years to your legacy. You understand what I'm saying? Just in our toast, some of y'all, we done added thousands of years to our legacy, right? Just in our toast. We're calling our ancestors to get busy and make that happen, or at least assist us in making that happen, right? Because we don't believe in the magic, at least in the way that other people do, right? You know, take some effort, right? And nobody wins when a family feuds. All right, so family, this is Brother Hot Tim. I am out. I'm about to get on up out of here. And I want to wish you all a pleasant and great day. I didn't do the sound for the ancestors, so here we go. We say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Once again, peace, power, joy, and 100 years. I'm out, family. Well, actually, I'm in. I got to go start the adventure today. All right, Spreaker, I want to thank y'all once again. I want to thank y'all once again. I want to thank you once again, right, for joining us. And, like I said, like, share, make some comments. You know what I'm saying? Because I see some of y'all be listening, man. Come on now. Let's post some comments up. All right. Peace. We are out, as you can hear. Facebook strikes back. So we out, family. Peace.